but they still keep them in the squad because they know at certain times you're going to have to bring them into the team because of suspensions, because of injuries, and they can come in there and do a solid job. Now, whether John's going to be a regular Manchester United side at any position, time will tell. But I also agree with John. I think his best position will be a right back position because he's extremely good coming forward. He's got good pace about him, good athleticism. He's tall, he can win balls in the air, and Gary Neville's not going to go on forever. And this is a player who I think Sir Alex at some stage will put into that.
All right,
position.
okay. Give me your prediction before we go to George.
Well, I think Manchester United are going to win today. I think they're going to get back to winning wins. They must start if they want to win the Premiership this season.
John?
Well, I think Man U would start favourites, Bill, with the players that they got. But I must be honest, if Bolton won, I wouldn't be that terribly surprised.
All right, let's see what happens. Let's go to the Reebok Stadium. Jim Beglin and George Hamilton.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon to Greater Manchester. It's almost a local derby. It's just 20 miles up the M61 motorway and you arrive at the futuristic looking Reebok Stadium, where Bolton Wanderers have been at home for several seasons now but have yet to beat Manchester United in their new home. The last time they did beat them, as you've heard, was a long time ago, almost 26 years in fact, Christmas 1978, back in the old Burnden Park. That's where they were when they last beat Manchester United in a home game, and that was by 3-0. They have, of course, in more recent past won at Old Trafford, but not here at the Reebok Stadium. Now, you might remember him from the Olympics. He's a local lad. He boxes a bit, and he came back with that medal.
I watched some of it over there. He was fantastic, Amir Khan, and he deserves the ovation he's getting from his hometown crowd. Fantastic for him.
Bringing the Olympics home to Bolton. He's delighted, they're delighted, and they hope that there's maybe a medal for them in this afternoon's performance. Though there's another Olympic medalist, the gold medalist, on the pitch today, and that is the new left back for Manchester United, Gabriel Heinze, who won gold with Argentina. Yes, he had such a successful Olympics, such a popular young man, only 17 years of age, and proud to wear the Bolton colours and be feted here among his own folk. Khan number 1, and why not? And there in the centre circle to take part in the pre-match presentation. There's a bit of a feel of a country fair about it, I have to say. It's a long way from Old Trafford, and this fella's only just arrived at Old Trafford 3 months after being transferred from Paris Saint-Germain, where they finished second in the league and was voted the toughest defender in France last year. That's Heinze, runner-up in the Copa America for Argentina, winner of the Olympics for Argentina. They won the final in Athens. He's played over 12 internationals for Argentina in the summer, so he hasn't exactly been idle. But the first time he met his Old Trafford colleagues was at the start of the week, and it's interesting to note that he, making his debut, is one of 4 players making their first start for Manchester United this season. Wes Brown hasn't played at all, Ruud van Nistelrooy hasn't played at all, and Phil Neville has had 4 substitute appearances, only one of those in the Premiership. And Roy Keane hasn't been an ever-present either, though as we all know he made his return in Basel on Wednesday night. JJ Okocha will face this man today. Ruud van Nistelrooy had a hernia operation, wasn't thought that he'd be back for a bit, but back he's come because Alex Ferguson feels it's time they started winning on a regular basis. They've only scored 3 goals in the Premiership this season, Manchester United, in their 4 games. So a standing ovation for the Olympic medalist from Bolton. And the serious business of the football can get underway. Bolton, without their regular left back Ricardo Gardner, who was only back yesterday from international duty with Jamaica, and they figured he wasn't fit enough to take a place, or in the right frame of mind indeed to take a place in the lineup. So he sits it out, and they have full-backs of Nicky Hunt and Anthony Barnes. Hunt at right back and Barnes at left. Bolton will face a Manchester United team that kicks off. The top scorer in English football this season is Alan Smith. 2 Premiership goals and 3 in Europe. A fiery start for the former Leeds United man. In the Bolton Wanderers team today, Gary Speed, the most experienced player in the Premiership. Heinze challenged by Davis, throws to Manchester United. which gives me the opportunity to repeat the stat about Gary Speed, who's making his 500th career start in a match that's been refereed by Matt Messias from York. Gotti challenged by Van Nistelrooy. It's come to Barnett, and back it goes to Jaskalainen in the Bolton goal. Straight down the middle towards Davis, holding off Silvestre. Flicked on there by Nolan. Then it's Okocha. Nolan. Davis sold his defender short. Ainsa with a chance to raid forward, and then brought down by Campo. A free kick to Manchester United.
How about an easy early touch for Ainsa? He'll feel a little bit better after that. I think that's going to be very important for Bolton today, playing off Davis as ever, and they do that very well. And I think Manchester United, if they don't win the first ball off the centre forward, who's very effective in the Bolton system, they've got to be looking to pick up the seconds.
Ainsa looking for Cleberson. Philip Neville. And Gotti underneath it, and out it goes for a throw to Manchester United. Roy Keane. Smith. First touch let him down. Neville goes in. Smith. Barnes. Roy Keane descended back. There's no one there to threaten for United, and Jaskalainen will take control. The day is somewhat breezy outside, but it's not all that chilly. Still autumn time in the northwest of England. You wouldn't notice the breeze in the bowl that is the Reebok Stadium. Ainsa, and Neville sees it back to Howard.
But you can just see the way Bolton play. Yeah, it's great when Okocha gets it and sprays it about and, you know, scores his spectacular goals. But you often see the long ball from Bolton as well, trying to play off Davis. You'll see Nolan took it in, and Pedersen from the left side took it in like that as well, and it's very, very effective.
Here's Okocha, and rolled it out for the throw off Giggs. Hunt took the throw. It's now Keane, and Speed shouldered him out of the way. Okocha. Pedersen come in from that left wing. It's left the room for Neville to push forward. Cleberson ahead of him. Alan Smith comes short. This is he. Back again for Neville. Scholes. Roy Keane available in the centre circle. Scholes hurried him into the pass. Giggs a little bit too adventurous. Nolan lost the possession. Hunt. A little tug on Giggs. Free kick to Manchester United.
Giggs just stopped and wanted the free kick. I think he probably could have kept going. It wasn't that strong from Nicky Hunt.
Van Nistelrooy waits in the penalty area, so to Alan Smith. Wait for the Bolton defenders to be brought back the requisite distance. Not those ones, the ones nearest the ball. Giggs flinging it in too high for Van Nistelrooy. Ironic cheers for the Bolton fans, and out of play it goes for a throw to the home team.
I was unlucky that Van Nistelrooy doing what he likes to do, just kind of hanging in that offside position, then gets back on just as it's been taken.
Manchester United bench there. Ronaldo at the back, among the substitutes, who hasn't got his start today because he was away in World Cup duty as well. Van Nistelrooy, Smith, Giggs, and it's Ngotti to see it away. Bolton looking a little insecure.
They shouldn't have allowed Van Nistelrooy to turn. That was very sluggish at the back from them.
Throw to come from Neville. Smith. Neville. It's Cleberson. Jaskalainen stretching and giving away the corner. Early pressure coming from Manchester United. Silvestre moves on. Corner taken short for Giggs. Blocked by Speed, who's a little agitated with those around him.
Tell you, George, they got away with it again, Bolton. They were completely asleep when United took the short corner.
Aince's cross, seeking Van Nistelrooy. Barnes took it away from him, but it's another throw to Manchester United. He looks like a bit of a threat as a cross of the ball as well as everything else. Throw from Neville. Gotti to head away. Job completed by Pedersen. Davis against Brown. And then it's Silvestre all the way back to Howard. Keane it is. Silvestre. Giggs. And the smart turn didn't fool Hunt. Nolan. And Davis was on the wrong foot when the pass came. And it's gone for a goal kick to Manchester United.
Well, I think he's impressed on his players. They need to start brightly here, because Bolton won't be shy in going after Manchester United. You know, they're very buoyant after such a good start. And United will need to have their focus about him and really need to apply it. Can't afford to lose any more ground.
That was Jaidi, the Tunisian defender. Campo pulled back by Cleverson. Free kick for Bolton. Campo looking for Davis.
Got the winner against Liverpool. I mean, there was talk, wasn't there, last season for a little bit that, you know, Davis might even get an England cap, but very effective in the system he would play. Centre forward needs to be scoring more goals than he gets though.
Jaidi. That was Keane. Nolan forward. Davis beaten by the pace of Silvestre, who's happy enough to shepherd it out of play for a throw to Bolton. Jaidi, 45 times a Tunisian international. Target for Okocha's throw, but it's Davis he's gone for. Ainsa kept it in play. Seeks Van Nistelrooy, who controlled it well, but illegally. He'll say it was his shoulder. The referee was looking face on and saw the use of the arm. Gotti with the free kick. Nolan back for Davis. Jaidi at the back, forcing possession of the corner from Philip Neville. Better for Bolton. First corner for them. 8.5 minutes in. JJ Okocha. Speed scampering around the box. Okocha, it's away by Silvestre. It's back in again by Barnes. Cleared by Cleverson. And this time it'll be on Nicky Hunt. Send it back forward again. Pedersen couldn't control it. Goal kick to Manchester United. El Hadj Diouf on a season's loan from Liverpool and in the squad for the first time today. And on the bench, like Ronaldo. Speed. Jaidi, Nolan, Campo, Keane in the way. And there's the old Roy Keane, the awareness of where everybody is, and the pass straight to Philip Neville. Scholes. Back again for Neville. There's the support from Cleverson's the nearest to him, and he's found him. Cleverson against Ngotti for Neville. Scholes stands back. That's found its way to Nolan, and Nolan invites Pedersen to test the pace of Brown. A race that Manchester United man was likely to win at all times. Silvestre, Keane, and Keane picking out Neville again.
United look much better in possession.
Cleberson, Scholes. Aints is on the touchline. Smith, Scholes. Aints has made a run. Scholes checks the other way. Back again for Neville. Keane. Giggs. He's the head of speed. Then Campo tussling. And Brown wins it back. And it's Silvestre. And Silvestre's found Ainsa. And Ainsa, well, maybe he was trying to lob the goalkeeper.
I'll be kinder to him. He just overhit his pass at either Smith or Van Nistelrooy. I don't think he was thinking about goal in that instance.
Well, he should be back for the Liverpool game. Rio Ferdinand. John O'Shea sitting this one out through injury. Manchester United's options getting better as the season progresses. Silvestre, who in the absence of Ferdinand still policing the centre of defence. Keane, Ainsa. Unless you're wondering about the pronunciation of his name, it was a subject of considerable debate before the game as to precisely what he should be known as. Obviously of German extraction, Heinze would be his name, but in Argentina they call him Ainsa and they don't really pronounce the H. And that's straight from the horse's mouth. Keane. Giggs. Oh, Van Nistelrooy. Well, he is playing for the first time this season. Give him his due.
Well, it wasn't meant for him. I mean, I think he did well to read a misplaced pass from Giggs. I mean, that's why he is playing, because class and experience will outweigh his lack of fitness. That's what Alex Ferguson is hoping for, and that's why he and Brown are in the lineup, because they just need the points, United.
Cleberson. Pedersen, the challenge. He won the throw. I think the appeal for the throw was more in hope than anything else, but he got it. But now Manchester United have the ball back. Van Nistelrooy, Cleberson, Giggs chasing through the middle, but the pass a little too long. Push by Davis and Silvestre.
It's him all the time though, isn't it? They're just looking for him with the longer ball. They haven't really tried to work speed or Okocha in, and United have dominated the central midfield area. Keane and Scholes look more comfortable, and you would have thought with Bolton having the extra man advantage there that they might have had more of an impact.
Came off Brown's head, Heinz has gathered it in. Keane for Cleberson. On for Van Nistelrooy. Back for Neville. Scholes. Keane. Giggs. Trying to find Smith, and he has done. Smith! Straight at the goalkeeper.
It's great strength from him, because he's got a man tight to him. In fact, I think Jaidi was too tight and he rolled him easily. Unfortunately, it's straight at Jaskalainen.
At the other end, Davis going through, couldn't hold off Brown. It's Keane, Cleberson, Keane again.
I think you're seeing a different Smith as well, George. I mean, without the other strikers to help out with him, Scholes has been playing off him, but now he's dropping that little bit deeper. Van Nistelrooy will lead the line, and I think you'll probably see a different side to Alan Smith in United colours today. There he is again, just dropping a little bit.
That's Scholes. On for Keane. Cleberson, Keane. Scholes. misread what Ryan Giggs was up to, or misinterpreted what the plan might be.
That's the only thing you could say about United up to now. That's not right. Maybe that, you know, they've been a bit wasteful as they've tried to play people through. 3 or 4 of those have gone astray. The rest looks very comfortable.
Davis spouting Heinze. Giggs feeds Scholes, and Scholes has a go. Oh, he's curling away from the goal. Brown gets the better of Davis. Cleverson for Keane. Philip Neville. Heinze. Van Nistelrooy. Giggs. Johnny got in to deny Van Nistelrooy. Now it's Okocha. Pedersen. Support from Speed. Pedersen to drill one in, straight at Brown. Smith against Barnes. As Pedersen finds Speed. Jaidi. Kocha. Well, they love that, and he's found Gary Steed. And Speed tries to get Davis through, but his part in it wasn't as accurate as had been Okocha's. And they love the flourishes from JJ Okocha.
Well, I think the important thing, I mean, that's the flamboyance we know he can produce. He's adding goals to it this season. Didn't get 1 Premiership goal last season, got 3 already this. I thought Gary Speed could have taken it on, maybe have a blast with his left foot.
Won by Ngotti, back again by Brown. Now it's Cleberson. Neville. Keane. Smith helping it on. Jääskeläinen leaving his area. To make sure that the danger pass, but I'm not happy with the linesman's involvement in that. I think Van Nistelrooy was offside. Cleverson. Offside flags up this time.
Hasn't Keane been very clever there? I mean, I think it is correct on this occasion. A couple of them were offside, certainly Van Nistelrooy. Keane's distribution's been excellent. You commented on his awareness already. I mean, he knows exactly what's around him and when. I mean, I think another reason as well for his more subdued performance in Basel was I think the Swiss played him very well. I think they looked at Ireland and thought, who can dictate? Roy Keane, we won't let him.
It's Campbell. Okocha. Too many red shirts around him. Alan Smith, the one who emerges with the ball. Smith, Van Nistelrooy, Cleverson. Under too much pressure from Campbell. Throw to Bolton.
He's got to start making more of an impression though this season, Cleverson. He knows what it's all about now. English football, he's had a year, knows what's required. He's got to start delivering.
Heinze won it, Scholes has it. Neville breaks forward. Keane. Cleberson. Keane. Giggs. And Okocha and Jaidi winning it back. Now it's Okocha. Davis makes a run on the right, then checks and receives. Okocha. Pedersen. Speed. Ultimately it was Neville's challenge that denied him. Okocha though gets it back from Smith. Barnes. Campo. Looking for Davis. Silvestre did the needful.
It all broke down from Ryan Giggs again. I don't think he's coming in off the flank with any great effect at the moment. I mean, it seems to be breaking down off him quite a bit.
Lost out there to Hunt. Ainsa. He's a man with determination.
I think he's made a very good start. Ainsa looks very composed, picks a good pass. He's not afraid to go in where it hurts, but I think Giggs could have a bigger bearing on the game. I think he's been a little wasteful.
When you consider what Ainsa has done all summer, all those internationals, be they Copa America or Olympics, he's certainly not lacking in match fitness.
Well, he says he doesn't want to rest, he just wants to keep playing.
Okocha. It's Davis, it's gone out. Okocha. The entertainer. The entertainer surrounded by a couple of artisans. Giggs. Campo with the beefy challenge. It seemed perfectly okay, but Matt Messias didn't think so.
Yeah, it's a poor decision. I thought Campo played the ball.
Keane. Ainsa. It's away by Jaidi. Only as far as Smith. Scholes. Midway through the first half. No goals at the Reebok yet. Cleberson. Dramatic fall. No foul. Okocha. Through Campo. Speed. Barnes. Was meant for Nolan.
They've done that a few times now. Bolton overhit a little ball down the line like that. There's a Okocha with his very unique blend of skill. How do you read that?
Problem sometimes is that his own teammates don't read it either.
He's one of those players. He doesn't know what he's up to. I mean, he can change his mind at the last moment and produce God knows what.
Bolton's throw.
Cleberson, I've commented on him already. I think he can do more. I think he can take more care with his passing and his control. And I think Giggs too. I think the two wide players for Manchester United are not giving him enough.
Nat Lofthouse, the great Bolton stalwart of the 40s and 50s, certainly the 50s anyway, but one of the stands here, the one to the right as we look, is the Nat Lofthouse stand, and he's a proud supporter still of his hometown club. Great centre forward. Do you want to put Ray Wood, the Manchester United goalkeeper, into the net in the cup final?
You're a little older than me, but I think you might be right on that one.
I know, you're working around 57? 58.
I'll bow to you on that one as well.
There were a few guys in the hotel in Basel after the game who were wrecking our heads with questions. I know you like the odd quiz questions as well, but I'm sure if that statement wasn't correct, there'll be a letter in the mail from one of them. Campo got the free kick. Davis against Keane. Keane and Heinze. Campo in the way now, Okocha. Jaidi. Barnes. Nolan coming around the back. Heinze gets it away, but the referee saw a push on the Bolton number 4 on the Manchester United number 4. Free kick to Manchester United.
That's about the first time Bolton have worked somebody into a bit of space to get a decent ball in. Barnes did just that. Good defending from Heinze. And the little push was there from Nolan.
Jaidi, Okocha, Nolan, Heinze in the way. Throw into Bolton. And this time it's Heinze who gets a little bit of purchase on the shoulders of Kevin Nolan. Bolton push their centre halves into centre forward positions. Jaidi up. Free kick swung in. And Howard comes and makes a good catch. Neville down. Scholes. Neville again. Brown. Sylvester, Keane. Cleverson. Keane. Scholes. Barnes got just enough of a touch on it to take it away from Smith. Singotti. Neville beating Nolan. Or Pedersen rather. It's Neville again. Scholes. Now Keane. Smith. Speed challenge, back to Smith. Smith given away, it's now Okocha, but there's only Pedersen as Davis ahead of him. So he has to hold it and wait for support, and support comes from Nolan. Nolan, the early ball in towards Davis. Opportunity lost.
And what a ball as well from Nolan. That's a fantastic ball between defence and goalkeeper. It's crying out for Davis to get on the end of it. He's coming in from the left flank, but he just doesn't have the pace to be able to get there in time. He did try, but I mean, it was symptomatic, I think, of United's performance. Good possession, but they keep on wasting it when they get around the Bolton box, and from that Okocha was able to break, and he held it up beautifully until Nolan supported.
Campo. Nolan. Campo again. Away by Brown. Bolton throw. Jaidi up again. Okocha to take the throw. Howard's there with the fist. Oh! Hunt got right underneath it. Not to say that if it had been on target it would necessarily have found a way past the cluster of bodies in there.
It's a great ball in him. He might as well be taking a free kick. And Gary Speed was the one, very good in the air, made the run across Howard and made it extremely difficult for him to get good purchase. It was difficult when it arrived at Hunt's feet. I think he thought he would have been seeing more chances today.
Well, whatever about him and points in the ring, Bolton are hardly ahead on points in this one. Okocha. Pedersen couldn't control it. It's Brown. He has forced Brown into concession of the throw. Hurled long again by Okocha. Off Brown's head, corner to Bolton. As ever, it will be Okocha to take it. And Bolton push 7 players into the penalty area. United defending on the goal line as well as on the penalty spot. Okocha to take. Over the head of Davis, and nobody there to retrieve it. It's Van Nistelrooy. Barnes did well. Gibbs gets in, away by Jaidi. Scholes intercepts. Keane. Brown. Cleverson. Neville. There's Brown. Ainson. Campo. Dispossessed by Smith. There's a little bit of afters after the ball had gone. The referee wasn't given the free kick, but Smith took advantage of Campo's lethargy, and Campo didn't like the fact that he was caught like that.
Well, first view of that, I hope the referee doesn't produce yellow. I mean, Campo's at fault. He got caught. And he had a real kick out at Smith. Smith wasn't happy in it. There was nothing malicious in it. And I hope the referee has a bit of common sense about this and just gives him a little talking to.
Which is exactly what he's done.
That is the problem with Campo though, George. I mean, sometimes he thinks he's Maradona and a little bit of skill will get him out of trouble. It's true. I mean, if he keeps things nice and simple, he can be a very good player in this formation for Bolton. But sometimes he just dwells on it far too long and things like that happen.
Bolton throw. Heinze was being pushed.
Yeah, he's fortunate because Bolton fans wanted him yellow carded for a handball, but Davis gave him a nudge.
Scholes, Smith, Cleverson. Scholes managed to stay onside. Here's Paul Scholes. Jääskeläinen and that's Cleverson. Well, the linesman didn't give an offside against Scholes. Bolton protest. It would have counted.
I thought he was onside. I thought when Cleverson flicked it through, I thought he held his line really well. And I thought it's good strength as well to shake off and gut it. And at that stage the angle was tight for him and Jääskeläinen made a good save. Cleverson couldn't follow it up, but I thought it was onside.
Pedersen, Okocha. Towards Pedersen, defended there by Brown and Silvestre. Davis, Silvestre away. Davis to shield it and let it go out for a throw.
And they can expect another long one from JJ.
Away, but only as far as speed, who's returned it, and Campo with the hand, free kick to Manchester United.
I think United have defended that very well, that longer ball to Davis. I mean, invariably they haven't won it directly, and they have followed it up very, very well, which I said early on was important for them today.
Keane makes it. Giggs losing out. Campo, Kocha past Scholes. Back for some more. Oh, needed someone to swoop down on the trapeze to take advantage of that.
Well, it's that kind of match, isn't it? It's scrappy at times. United are the better side, much better in possession, need to improve in the final third, and Bolton really haven't got themselves going. They're just kind of hitting hope really too much.
Smith. Kocha caught Scholes there. They're brought to one side by the referee, and the card is coming out for that. Is it? Well, he went for his pocket and then he changed his mind.
To be honest, he made very little contact with those goals, but he was silly to make the lunge because the ball had well gone.
Smith challenged by Nolan. Now Koch has got it, and Smith gets it back from him. Giggs. Bangotti. Now it's Keane, challenged by Kocha. Pedersen comes in. Keane gets there ahead of Kocha. Kocha's in chase. You felt something was going to happen there, and the card is out this time for JJ Okocha.
I think Okocha's furious because Roy Keane raised his foot very high, and I think he wanted a free kick against Manchester United for that. And that's why he gave chase so strongly and just cut Roy Keane's heels. And I think had he not attempted the foul on Paul Scholes before, he probably would have got away with that, but that's why he's seeing yellow.
And the challenge on Roy Keane means a free kick to Manchester United. 6.5 minutes to the interval. The sun comes out in Bolton. Giggs takes the kick. Campo defends. Giggs has another chance. Keane. Neville. And the boos now start up for Roy Keane. There'd be great local town pride in Bolton Wanderers, and of course they wouldn't have a lot of time for the perceived aristocrats from down the road. I would dearly love to put one over on them.
Well, that wasn't one of his better balls, but I mean, he's totally dominated the midfield for me today. I think that's why you're seeing Okocha get frustrated.
And this time it's Roy Keane leading with the forearm into the back of Kevin Davis. Means a free kick to Bolton Wanderers. Speed. clearance has found Cleverson. Only Van Nistelrooy ahead of him. Giggs is joining the attack. Cleverson's cross. Giggs arriving, and Hunt had to defend it.
He's done well, and that was all from Bolton set piece. Probably the best thing Cleverson's done. And certainly since he got Paul Scholes in earlier on.
Right in the box for Manchester United. Giggs corner. Ainsa away off Campo. Cleverson for Keane. Giggs available on the touchline. 5 red shirts in that penalty area. Giggs taking on Davis. Giggs cross. Van Nistelrooy! Maybe not enough power to trouble Jääskeläinen, who made the save.
Oh, it's the first time Giggs has run at his man. That time it was Davis back trying to help out, and power was the only thing it lacked. If he could have generated a little more power, Van Nistelrooy, United would have been 1-up. Just saying, in the space of a minute we saw decent cross from Cleverson, which United got the corner off, and then Giggs take his man on and whip one in. I mean, I think we need to see more of it. They've been too quiet throughout this opening 45.
Barnes intercepting Brown's forward pass. Brown in again. It's Smith, Cleverson, and Smith, Neville and Scholes. Brown, Sylvester running. It's now Ainsa. Sylvester. He did better there than Smith. Keane, speed, got away from Keane, and then it's Nolan and Pedersen. Okocha through the middle. Pedersen's cross. Oh dear.
I'm just thinking, George, has Tim Howard had anything serious to stop? He's had to come for a couple of crosses, all right, but Bolton, as the home side, just haven't tested him enough.
Smith. Van Nistelrooy taking on Ngotti. The defender did the necessary, and it's a corner for Manchester United.
Well, Alex Ferguson will want to see more of that. Smith dropping short. It's a great spot to pick out Van Nistelrooy, and I think if you've got a fully fit Dutchman there, he probably takes that on and finds the back of the net. He allowed Ngotti to get back.
Giggs, Sylvester, Heinze! He's made himself a hero in an instant. Manchester United's new left back gets the congratulations of the men he hadn't met this time last week.
I think a huge amount of credit has to go to Sylvester, because many might have given that up as being overhit. Ryan Giggs probably felt he got too much on it. The Frenchman didn't give it up. I think he gets a great header back, and all the debutant had to do really was just turn it into the net. Bolton probably feel they should have had somebody getting a foot out to try and prevent it again. That's brilliant from Sylvester. And Davis was a little slow in reacting to allow Ainsa to put United 1-up.
Gabriel Ainsa scores in his debut for Manchester United. And it's a goal that gives them a lead that's really on the balance of the game they deserve. And here's another card for a Bolton player. Nicky Hunt for bringing down Ryan Giggs. So Manchester United get a 4th Premiership goal. Two of the others came from Alan Smith and one from David Bellion. Van Nistelrooy hasn't been in the team to score goals for them yet, but Bolton fans love that. But he's got to come back and he'll get better.
That's why he's in the side, because not Ainsa, but Van Nistelrooy, because in moments like that. But again, Sylvester, fantastic. And Ainsa, well, he probably can't believe his luck that he was allowed to turn it in so softly. What a debut now.
stoppage time at the end of the first half. What a day for him. What a year for him. Olympic gold medal. A goal for Manchester United in his first game. Here he is again. Trying to find Giggs. Giggs brought down again by Hunt.
See what can happen when you engage the fullback. United now are benefiting big time down the left flank. Until then, Giggs really kept coming inside all the time and it wasn't productive. Now he's beginning to trouble him.
Cue formed once more. Scholes and Giggs, the two players closest. Scholes, he got his head, but it's offside. The Old Trafford brains trust is going to be satisfied about. Well, he's got some talking to do. The last action of the first half is the free kick by Jussi Jääskeläinen, who conceded the only goal of the half to Manchester United's new left back Gabriel Heinze. Goal in his debut, coming in the 44th minute, and it's enough to put Manchester United in front at the break. JJ Okocha's team, long loan signing from Liverpool, El Hadj Diouf, and it's Henrik Pedersen who makes way for the second half. What a rising reception he's got. Now, can he do on his first appearance for Bolton what Gabriel Heinze did for Manchester United in the first half? We shall see. Second half underway. Manchester United a goal to the good. Pedersen had been playing on the left. El Hadj Diouf has begun in that kind of area.
It'll be the same role. I mean, Pedersen came into the game carrying a knock, and he was a doubt beforehand, and he just didn't look right. I mean, his control was awful. Never got involved.
Keane. Now Heinze. Sylvestre. Heinze once more. Keane dispossessing Campo. Van Nistelrooy losing out to Jaidi. El Hadj Diouf. And down he goes, challenged by Neville, and wins a free kick.
Well, there was a little bit of contact from Phil Neville, but El Hadj Diouf does that an awful lot. You'll see him diving. A little bit of contact as he goes past. Takes a step. He could have stayed on his feet, but decided he'll have the free kick instead. And to be honest with you, Bolton have looked most dangerous on the odd set piece.
And it won't be Okocha this time. It'll be Ivan Campo. Jaidi up for the front men as well. Campo tries route one. A little too high.
That's a waste. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, it's produced nothing for him, and it was a half-promising position. Should be looking to pick somebody out, just get a flick on that. He knows it. I just wonder if he gave one or two of his players the hairdryer treatment at half-time, because Bolton were very lacklustre. I'm surprised they didn't go after United more. There's 5 or 6 of them out there that could be giving him more.
Heinze. Giggs. Campo stepping in. To Hunt to chase back after it. It's gone out. It's a throw to Bolton. There was no free kick awarded. Campo, Diouf, Barnes, Diouf, Kocha. Trying to measure one to Barnes. Neville is in the way to head it clear. Keane back to Brown. Smith. Jääskeläinen had to leave his line to make sure. Nicely played by Davis. A little deflection off Keane took the sting out of it, even if it was going to trouble Tim Howard. Okocha, speed. In the end, it's Scholes who slides in and finds Ainsa. Giggs wheeling away from one challenge, hurdling another. Forced to seek support from Ainsa. That's gone straight to Zaidi. Diouf. Speed. Silvestre getting there ahead of Davis. Keane. Neville. I don't know where Keane is now. And again there to break it up for Bolton and find Van Nistelrooy with a very perceptive ball. And Hunt just got in ahead of Van Nistelrooy. Davis given away to Ainsa. Giggs back again for Ainsa. Well, he had to deliver it quickly.
Well, he crafted one opportunity for himself before half-time, Van Nistelrooy, but he needs to get hold of it first. It was a great ball through from Roy Keane, and if he controlled it well and his first touch was good enough, he was in, you know.
Brought down by Neville.
Well, he seemed to get the ball. It was a heavy challenge from Phil Neville. It looked as if he got a piece of the ball before contact with Diouf. Yeah, he did. I think that's a fair challenge. I think it's another poor decision from Messias.
Campo has rolled this one for Okocha. Okocha didn't get hold of the shot. Oh! There's the equaliser. Kevin Nolan. Well, that'll be worth another look. It came right out of nothing. The shot wasn't great, but Nolan followed up.
That's what his game is all about, Kevin Nolan. And Bolton haven't kept the ball well enough to be able to give him the opportunity to get in the box like that. I can't tell you whether he's offside when Okocha mishit his shot. He certainly pulled it right across goal. But he did well to follow it up very quickly. But it was kind in coming back to him so nicely from what was a good reaction from Howard to begin with. But I don't know whether he was offside or not.
So from a set piece, Campo to Okocha, the shot, the follow-up, the equaliser, 1-1.
And okay, yeah, he's onside. It's just a mishit shot. He takes his chance. That's what he's good at, gambling. Getting past the strikers into the box. He got good fortune in it coming back to him, but he finished it off nicely. The free kick shouldn't have been given, by the way, that led to all that. I think Phil Neville made a good challenge.
Well, the funny thing is, Kevin Nolan makes a habit of doing this against Manchester United. You won't need reminding, September 2002, Bolton won 1-0 at Old Trafford. Kevin Nolan scored the goal. And now he's thrown them a lifeline with the equaliser here. Won it back again. Now it's Davis. He wanted far too long and allowed Ainsley to arrive. Davis still straight at Howard. He is a bit cumbersome though, isn't he?
Well, Sylvester wanted all the time in the world there. I mean, he should have released it much quicker, and he got himself in trouble. I mean, he was like that in the European Championships with France. And he was fortunate to get away with that. A completely different complexion on things now. There's a huge buzz around the stadium and a spring in Bolton step, not surprisingly.
Well, Kevin Nolan hasn't been among the goals this season yet. That's his first. Looks like he's on a couple of rounds with Amir Khan, doesn't he? But he's delivered quite a punch to Manchester United. Ainsley gets a free kick, fouled by Campbell. And it'll be Giggs to take. Giggs looking, flags up, looking for Van Nistelrooy, but the assistant on this side shot the flag straight up in the air. Free kick for offside to Bolton Wanderers.
He got lucky, didn't he? He got lucky. I mean, okay, if you take a chance, sometimes that works out for you. But Okocha, it's a pretty poor shot from him. I mean, you can't blame Howard for not being able to direct it away because it comes at him so quickly. All he can do is get in the way of it and hope. And the follow-up was easy.
Which is largely what Kevin Nolan did in the first place, was get in the way of a missing shot. But it sailed into the rigging. It's 1-1 and they're very happy. Okocha. Keane, challenged by Jaidi. It's a free kick. Hard to legislate against the kind of goal that was conceded there, because Howard did make the save, and on another day it could have missed Nolan following up, but it went straight onto his forehead and into the net.
Exactly what he would have said to his players about, you know, nothing silly. Okay, they didn't give it away, but all of it.
He's done it again. Nolan's intercepted. Davis. Nolan carries on. Here's Nolan. Davis once more. Davis! Wasn't so far away.
Well, Sylvester, I mean, he wants shooting for that because it was him again. That's totally careless on his behalf. You should keep it simple. It's a great opportunity. Duff was lurking. I thought he might have gone for a little dink ball in the end, Davis, once he got it back. But it's a great attempt, right across Tim Howard, and it wasn't too far away. No, but I mean, you know, you concede an equaliser, and you just want to keep it simple, make sure your pass gets there. And Sylvester, well, he looks a liability at the moment.
They come prepared, don't they? Very noisy place, the Reebok, right now.
I bet she's glad she has cause to use him.
Sylvester, come to Okocha. Come to Okocha again! Oh, corner.
I think the goalkeeper had it covered. But again, Sylvester could have gone anywhere off him. He's done enough. I mean, Sylvester's just hoping to get something on it and get in the way, but those sometimes can flick into the back of your net. I think the keeper would have saved it.
Here's the corner from Okocha. Jaidi missed it. Scholes has got it away. Van Nistelrooy. A wrong decision by the linesman. Giving it to Bolton. He won't mind.
I think he might have got it right, and there's no complaints from Van Nistelrooy.
speed. Some of the more momentum from Bolton, and who knows what might happen.
Well, you don't necessarily have to play the greatest incisive constructive football just to get things going. A little more passion and pride in your performance, and that's what Sam Allardyce is getting now. He's getting a response.
Most experienced Premiership player, 418 times. Make that 419 today. And Bolton win a free kick right on the edge of the box, and it's Sylvester again.
He's having a torrid time at the moment. I thought they played Davies very well in the first half. Well, this time you can't do that. He's got his arm, he's pinning him down, he's not giving the centre forward a chance to jump. And very dangerous again for Manchester United.
This is Okocha territory.
I mean, it started to rain as well, George, and you know, you've got a right greasy pitch now. Difficult for goalkeepers.
So Campo stands alongside. Here's JJ Okocha. Oh, Howard knew what to expect.
He's going for the double bluff, isn't he? He's hoping the goalkeeper's going to move to the other post. He's hoping he's going to move to his left. Done well.
Jaidi, Ince is in. Gotti, bit loose. Jaidi, Keane, Cleverson, Neville, Gotti. Keane makes the challenge.
Captain's example. Committed to the last. He needs that kind of response from those around him as well now.
Keane against Hadj, and he pushes him over, and it's a free kick to Bolton. Well, we're in the middle of the crowd, and you have to say they are passionate. Every challenge by a Manchester United player is greeted with a roar of disapproval. On that occasion, they got what they wanted, the free kick to their team.
With Manchester United in town, you always get a little more passion from the home support.
Taken by Ngotti. Davis, Nolan going in there, just couldn't make the contact.
Sylvester did it again, you know. I mean, Davis, as he's trying to get on it, Sylvester's just had a little pull at him again with the left arm over his shoulder.
There's Campo. It was Scholes who won it back. Van Nistelrooy. For Giggs. Ince. Stopped by Hunt. Koch is back in defensive mode. That was the bad clearance, because it was to where nobody was waiting for Manchester United. Retrieved by Brown, then it's Keane. Van Nistelrooy. Cracked by Ngotti. Back for Ince. Keane. Touch took it away from the Manchester United man. Campo. Keane sliding in, and that intervention has got Manchester United the ball back. Ince. Roy Keane is certainly back to his tigerish best.
I just wonder if the manager's thinking about Ronaldo, because United need another injection again now, and I think Ronaldo could well provide it.
Certainly Ronaldo for Cleberson would offer a lot more up the right, wouldn't it?
Without doubt.
Smith. It's away by Ngotti. Neville. Smith. Jadey just got there. Little touch to take it away from Van Nistelrooy. And Nolan. Ambitious ball looking for Davis. Neville will have to use hard. Jahidi, see it back to Jääskeläinen.
That's the one thing I thought Bolton you'd see more of in the first half. I was surprised that they didn't press Manchester United when they were in possession more, and now they seem to be pushing up the field and they're trying to get to him quicker and hurrying them into giving it back to them.
Here's the change. A few words of Portuguese from Carlos Queiroz with Cristiano Ronaldo. How the change is being made, and it is Cleberson off and Ronaldo on in the 65th minute. Speed, but nobody there in white.
Anthony Barnes, you can tell now his mind will be engaged by Ronaldo's appearance all of a sudden. You've got to get your tackles right on this surface now.
Giggs misplaced. Hunt for Campo. Campo, the angle of the pass all wrong for Davis. Neville. Gotti fouls Van Nistelrooy, the foot was high. And here's the first touch for Ronaldo. Campo comes to close him down. Brought down by Campo with protests.
He's lucky he hasn't got a yellow for protesting too much. Is there a little bit of contact? I think he feels Ronaldo goes down too easily. I agree with him. I think Ronaldo did.
So now a chance for Manchester United. Wasn't one of the step overs and a tricky run up the wing. It was a little tumble. It's given them the free kick. And it's Giggs. And Jääskeläinen taking no chances. The Scholes dispossessed. Barnes, and now it's Davis for Out's-Due. Brown did the necessary. Speed. Davis always under pressure. Ronaldo, past Barnes, Campos there. And he tries a little bit of trickery himself. And Ronaldo stops him. And Campo gets a free kick. Well, you wonder how much of that was Campo being in self-indulgent, or was it to the good of Bolton Wanderers? Deciding that his status was such that he had to impose himself on the young upstart. Okocha for Campo. Campo shot. Corner.
Well, just as well United got players they were a little slow reacting to begin with, but Giggs, Phil Neville and Scholes all closed them down. And just as well, it was a touch from someone.
Corner taken by Out's-Due. Scholes challenges Okocha. It's a throw to Bolton. which when Okocha takes it can be as good as a corner kick. Away by Silvestre. And Gotti back to Okocha. Okocha. Oh, it was Silvestre. Heinz got it away, and Ronaldo has it now facing Campo. And this time it's decisive with the tackle.
He's doing well. Barnes will certainly be pleased that Campo is coming across to help out and give him a bit of protection. You don't want to allow him one-on-one.
I think Campo's a man on a mission at the moment now.
Well, he feels aggrieved over the little drop by Ronaldo before.
This time it's Speed who fouls Keane. Ain't it? Gotcha. Speed. And then for Nolan. Stepped out of Smith's challenge. Heinz Hunt. Davis holding off Scholes. And for Campo. Another goal kick this time.
His reaction said it all. I mean, he had enough space. Heinz is looking as if he's tiring a little bit to me, and his last pass gave it away. Looks as if he's just feeling it a little bit now. The excitement over his debut, the goal, etc. Needs a second win.
Yeah. Widely overhit. Which suggests a diminishing concentration. Campo. Hunt. Juve. And Heinz says penalised this time. Bolton having a much better second half than they did at first.
Well, the worry for United since Bolton equalised is that the game is getting away from them slowly. And Bolton are looking a little more likely. I mean, United just need to get possession back and start keeping it for each other again. Something they did so well in the first half. They've just not done it since Bolton got their equaliser.
Van Nistelrooy's come back to mark Okocha. There are two centre halves in the box. Campo with the free kick. Roy Keane defends it. Okocha descended back. And Howard takes it under pressure from Juve. Giggs. Smith. And Smith knocks over Campo, who decides to cartwheel away and gets the free kick.
I think everybody could lip read what Alan Smith thought of Campo in that instance as well. Not nice.
Neville for Van Nistelrooy. Ronaldo. Philip Neville's continued into the attack. Then it's Van Nistelrooy. It's off Jaidi, and it's gone for a throw to Manchester United. Ronaldo. And Sam Allardyce has seen a marked improvement in the second half. Free kick against Silvestre. They take it by Ngotti. Davis tries to get in there to mix it. He did get a touch, but he was backing into his opponent. It becomes a free kick to Manchester United.
Yeah, he was holding Sylvester as well. I think the big difference from Bolton's second half, and I think Sam would have got the message home at half time, is that, you know, Campo, Gary Speed, and they had to do more in the Koch in central midfield, and I think they've done that, you know, in getting to United a little bit quicker and preventing them from enjoying time on the ball.
Ronaldo. And away from Campo. And a shot. Oh, the crossbar saves Bolton. And it ends up as a corner to Manchester United. But what a goal that would have been.
That's a stunner. I mean, it's great for him, isn't it? Because he can come inside like that, and he seems equally as strong. And it swerved a little bit. I think Jääskeläinen got a little touch on that.
It's a save.
Goes down as a very good save.
Just enough to put it onto the crossbar. And Van Nistelrooy, fresh back from his hernia, goes off. And David Bellion, young Frenchman, comes on. 16 minutes to go. Van Nistelrooy unlikely to last 90 minutes straight back from his op. That ends up over the top, and it's a goal kick to Bolton.
Chance for Sylvester, but I don't believe he thought it was going to arrive on his head. But I mean, I was just laughing at Campo. Campo's done a little more in the second half, and he's played a part in thwarting Ronaldo a couple of times, but he just didn't know which way he was going to go, and he fooled him completely, and that's a stunning effort. And well done, Jääskeläinen, because it's a wonderful save.
And another change being made. Off goes Kevin Davis, and on goes Les Ferdinand. Yes, still around Les Ferdinand, now in the colours of Bolton Wanderers.
You just wonder who'll be taking him on board next season in the Premiership. He won't go away, will he, Les?
No. Jouf. Ball's out. Neville. Higgs. And in goes Jaidi. And out goes the ball. Ironic cheers. The whistle is sounded against a Manchester United player, in this case Alan Smith. Jääskeläinen did some repairs, which is why Jaidi was reluctant to take the free kick, so now Jääskeläinen himself will take it. Ferdinand unable to bring it under control. Goal kick. Well, the latest Bolton Wanderers centre forward being watched by probably their greatest centre forward, Matt Lofthouse.
How much will Bolton go and try and win it now? Because, you know, they have had the better of it second half, but will they leave themselves a little bit vulnerable and, you know, overcommit? They do have a habit, you know, George, of conceding late goals as well, Bolton, and quite a few here.
Nolan. And Hunt couldn't bring it under control. Heinze with the throw. Campo. Heinze again. Scholes. And Smith got the better of Jaidi and gets a free kick. An opportunity for Manchester United now to assert themselves. Keane forward, Giggs over the ball. Ronaldo runs away. It's Giggs for Ronaldo. Just no contact from Silvestre. That's gone out for a throw.
Good ball in too from Ronaldo.
Neville. Out of Campo, corner.
I just wonder if Silvestre will try his little run round the back again, like he did for the goal. Aints has been told to get back. He's not going to get a second.
Giggs.
Well, it was the same ploy, but Silvestre was tucked in much more this time.
Okocha. Speed. On for Barnes. Interception by Keane. Gotti wasn't going to let it reach Ronaldo. Speed. Juke looked offside, but the flag stayed down. Okocha did well to retrieve it. Okocha, Nolan and Brown was there, and Nolan says surely it went out off the defender, and the referee says goal kick.
I thought it might have been as well. I agree with you. I thought when it was played through to begin with, El Hadjouf, I thought he was in an offside position. I just thought he was slightly behind the defensive line. Probably too many touches. Okocha would have liked to get a shot in. Yeah, it did come back off Brown, and it was a goal kick.
Scholes. Ronaldo. Barry's challenge is a foul. Signalled by the assistant. So Giggs has a free kick opportunity. Giggs rolled back for Scholes. Blocked by Jaidi, and now Juff on the counter. And Bolton have bent forward. Nolan steaming through the middle. Juff. Oh, that was a great opportunity for Bolton, and Juff couldn't find the pass to pick out Nolan. But they had Manchester United stretched.
To be honest, Juff was looking for it all the time. I think he could have taken it on because he only had Phil Neville to try and beat. And I think he's got a lot of room to keep going. And he's gone for a very difficult ball through. Could have gone on and had a pop.
Ronaldo. And Gotti wins it back from Scholes. Then it's Keane. Barnes wins it back for Bolton. Juff. Speed. Challenged by Giggs. Manchester United Welshman winning out there. But then Gotti's in the way again. A clever ball by Okocha finding Juff. And Juff challenged by Smith and by Neville, forward by Barnes. Then it's Keane, and the edge is certainly back in this tie. Giggs, and Ferdinand takes it away from Heinz. Speed. Juff towards Les Ferdinand, wouldn't reach him. Howard able to gather it in.
That's tough, that, isn't it, trying to pick out a lone striker all the time. Very hard job to do. They get good service. Davis suffered before from it, Ferdinand similarly.
Gotti preventing it reaching Bellion. Shears runs it out of play. It's a goal kick to Bolton. 7 minutes remain off the Reebok.
He's just incurred Roy Keane's wrath for that. A wasted chance. I think Roy Keane was trying to tell him, if it's a cul-de-sac, just turn around and come out of it.
Roy Keane driving them on. As it is on a knife edge. Ferdinand. Silvestre. Neville. Speed to intercept. Speed again. Okocha. Ferdinand. Okocha driven rather far wide. Keane is with him. Okocha still. Past Scholes. Stopped by Smith. It's Hunt who wins it back.
That's played a good part in Bolton getting back into it. I think there's more desire and aggression about Bolton second half.
Hunt with the cross. Jump! Not so far away.
I thought United could have dealt with it better. I thought Nicky Hunt could have been prevented from getting it in, and I think they were a little bit slow in reacting to Diouf as well. I think United could have been at it faster.
Smith now in chase, but the ball again just running away from him. Ferdinand beaten by Wes Brown. Scholes under pressure from Speed. It was a foul on Scholes by Speed. Scholes again. Inside on that touchline. Neville. Ronaldo. Spun away from Speed. Smith, Keane, looking for Bellion.
Just came in him a little too quickly, made it difficult to control it. But Bolton have been far more competitive to their managers' liking, I'm sure, second half. Speed, Okocha, Campo, they've played much more of a part in the game.
Okocha. No foul. Heinze. Bellion, Smith, and then it's Keane. Support on the wing comes from Neville. Neville and Keane's in space. And frustration. And he couldn't find a way through. Stopped by Jaidi.
Well, he wanted to pick out Ryan Giggs, and he had a little look up and decided he's not going to be able to work it through. I think he could have taken a chance. Campo read it. That's why he tried to go across goal. I think he wanted Giggs to provide a better option for him.
Final substitution for Bolton, as Gary Speed will make way for Fernando Hierro. Hasn't got himself a place in the starting lineup yet, but Hierro's introduction for Speed would suggest that what Bolton have in mind now is ensuring that they get the point. Headed away by Ferdinand. Diouf, Silvestre, and now Giggs. Giggs, a dangerous ball in! Defended by Jaidi.
Great header away from Jaidi. Needed to be strong. I think it tells you how far Bolton have come as well, by the way. Hierro for Speed.
Neville, poor cross. Diouf. Giggs tracking back. Giggs pushing him over. Yellow card for Ryan Giggs. Bolton push everybody up. 2 minutes to go.
That's all they want to do, George, to try and get it on the head of Big Les and play off him.
Gotti, Ferdinand's header. Appealing for a corner, but the referee says no, goal kick to Manchester United.
He's trying to claim that it came off Sylvester. He jumped with him. He certainly got the first touch. I don't think you can give that, can you?
No, absolutely not. Gotti. Neville. Touched Neville on the way, and the assistant is saying it's a free kick against Neville anyway. So Alex Ferguson can protest some more. Early ball in towards Ferdinand. Howard is there. Fowler's lost it. Ferdinand battles on. Ferdinand! Les Ferdinand has put it in the net for Bolton. Has scored his first goal for Bolton and has buried Manchester United. That is sensational.
Well, I think Tim Howard drops it. I think he could have held on to it. Even then, Sylvester got in his way when I think he would have collected a second time. And it's just calamitous at the back of Manchester United. But this is the one I thought that Howard could have held on. I know Ferdinand knocks him, but I think he could have kept control of it. But I suppose credit to both, because they haven't played decent football all day long, but they just kept plugging away in the hope of getting a little lucky break like that. But I think it's symptomatic of Manchester United. They weren't able to go on second half. I don't think they deserve to lose it, but they are going to.
But what a horrible header by Sylvester to create that opportunity for Bolton. But bear in mind, it sent on another centre half to secure the point. And are now, as they move into stoppage time, 2-1 up against Manchester United, and within touching distance of their first home win against them since the 70s, of their very first victory over Manchester United in their brand new, well, not so brand new now, Reebok Stadium.
You're right as well. I mean, Sylvester's had that second half, hasn't he? He's had an absolute shocker of a second half. He's made so many mistakes, and the header tops the lot.
Then sooner Rio Ferdinand back. How ironic that it's his cousin Les who reinforces how important he is to Manchester United, punishing a calamity, a series of errors, a comedy of errors, were it not so serious for Manchester United, by scoring his first goal for Bolton Wanderers and effectively finishing off Manchester United. And well, Ferdinand makes the headlines for Manchester United on this Saturday. It won't be too long now before Rio is back, and how they need him.
Well, I mean, if it stays like this, we'd expect it. It's an awful start. 2 defeats in 5.
No chances from Barnes. On the edge of his patience, Sam Allardyce in wanted finish. Ronaldo's cross, and still they battle, and it's gone in the net, and there's a goal. It stands. Manchester United have got the equaliser. It is a comedy.
I can't believe this. I mean, again, I think it's a goalkeeper and one of his defenders, just like United before, up in the air. Jääskeläinen surely has got to take command, because Hunt is under a lot of pressure, and I think it comes off Hunt in the end with the pressure being applied to. I think Jääskeläinen could have got there. Bellion is just making it difficult for Hunt, and somehow it's squeezed in. Incredible.
Well, is there time to restart? Sam Allardyce will complain. The final whistle sounds, and it ends in the draw.
I think it's about right as well, by the way.
And isn't it ironic that it should have ended as a draw with two crazy goals, one that put Bolton in front and one to cancel it out?
Oh, it was absolutely daft. I mean, I thought Bolton would snatch it. I didn't think United were doing enough second half to go on and win it. I didn't think it was the United of old. I didn't think Bolton were ever near their best today either. They never really looked like producing. They got a couple of lucky breaks and took their goals on the strength of it. But I think 2-2, as shocked as I am, But they've got that far. I think it's about right.
But it's another match that Manchester United have failed to win, and it's 2 points more dropped for them, and it's 2 points of ground lost at the top of the Premiership. However much Bolton may cede, the referee has been party to an amazing finale, and I think he's absolutely right. They were both good goals, coming so late. Les Ferdinand in the last minute, and then 2 minutes into stoppage time, Nicky Hunt's own goal. Hainston scoring on his debut in the first half, Nolan equalising early in the second. Bolton and Manchester United draw 2-2 at the Reebok. There's plenty to